Now, I would like to take the Final Fantasy IX remake discussion and just push it over to the side just for a second, because I want to appreciate the original Final Fantasy IX. And on PC, that experience continues to get better and better. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a collection of mods that work with one another that can really enhance that experience and make Final Fantasy IX into the remake that we probably want. So with that all being said, what is up guys, Jen here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. As always, got your covered timestamps down below, so if there's a certain section you want to skip to, feel free to do so. All I ask is you to support the channel and hit the like button, and if you want to stick around for some more Final Fantasy content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Now, to make this all possible, we need Final Fantasy IX on PC, and if you don't have it on PC, I have got you covered because of our friends over at Instant Gaming. You can right now get over 60% off Final Fantasy IX by using the link down below. But some of you may already have Final Fantasy IX on PC, and that's fine because Instant Gaming offers loads of games, RPGs, Final Fantasies, you name it, and they're all at incredible prices. So have a look. Or if you want something a little bit new, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is up to 40% off right now. So it's well worth visiting the website on my link, because you never know, there might be something there on your wish list that you've been wanting for a while, and it's going to be at a really good price for you to purchase. Not only that, we currently have a giveaway for a chance to win any game on Instant Gaming's website, so go check that out. Thank you to Instant Gaming and happy shopping. So now we have Final Fantasy IX. There is one vital thing we need to make this all work. And I know that I've made videos in the past about Final Fantasy IX and mods, but these are the ones that are going to give you the best experience in my mind. And to make that all happen, we need the Memoria Mod Launcher. Now, a lot of people ask me, Jen, how can I get these mods working? Can you do a tutorial? Honestly, click the link down below to get the installer. Install it. As long as you've got a legitimate copy of Final Fantasy IX on your PC, it will do everything for you. But this is our base of operations, and it allows us to do a few things I'm going to talk about that you probably want to change in its settings. Now, there are some presets. If you want it to look back like the PlayStation 1 version, there is a preset that has all of the PS1 settings. So if that's what you want to do, it's just a click of a button. But there are a few things that we might want to change just to make Final Fantasy IX look that little bit better before we go into the actual mods. We have the ability to change the shaders of the characters from either keeping it OG, making them realistic, having them realistic with outlines, having them look like a toon, or having them look like a toon with outlines. A lot of things to mix and match with, play around with it. I really like the toon models with the outlines. It just makes it pop on my screen when I play. And when we talk about other mods, it just works out all good. Now, another option you probably want to mess around with is the Battle HUD and the ATB mode. There's a few things here that we can mess around with. We can make it faster, we can make it turn-based, we can make it like Final Fantasy X-2, which is pretty hectic. Have a mess around, but for this, we're just going to have it fast, and we're going to have that Battle HUD looking like the PlayStation 1. Also, there might be a lot of people out there that are just not fans of Tetramaster. There is an option to change it to Triple Triad. There's also Tetra Triad, which is a mixture of the both, but Triple Triad's definitely a winner, so consider changing that. On the cheats menu, we can have 100% steal rate, so if you do want that steal rate just to be guaranteed all the time to make things easier for you, then click that tab. Manual Trance is also a great one to have. It treats it like limit breaks from Final Fantasy 7 and 8, as opposed to it being completely out of your control, and once the battle's over, goodbye. Breaking the damage limit, and then we also have VV attacking with his magic stat as opposed to his attack stat. Now, there are a plethora of other options in the Memoria Mod Launcher for you to mess around with, but they're the ones I think will give you the best experience. The most vanilla experience is what I like to go for, but it's all there. So now let's kick it into actually talking about the must-have mods in Final Fantasy IX. We're going to start off with a gameplay mod, Alternate Fantasy. Now, I have not played through this. This is going to be my next playthrough of Final Fantasy IX. I'm thoroughly excited, but this does a lot of things. I will have a link down below to the full list of changes because there are so many, but I'm just going to bullet point a few of them. This mod aims to increase the difficulty and above all, to give a new, fresh experience of Final Fantasy IX for those that already know the game well. It includes many changes in the battle system and the enemies as well as their abilities. The main draw for me here is the possibility to recruit Beatrix in the party after a certain point. I really do think, looking back on Final Fantasy IX, that Beatrix was always meant to be part of the party, and I'm glad that we have a mod here that allows that to happen. There are also a reintroduction of a few scenes that was sidelined and deleted by the original developers, which is nice, and there is a couple of new boss battles. There is, again, many changes within this mod, from abilities, from weapons, the way you obtain weapons, drop rates, everything else in between, so please check that list. But if you want a fresh, new experience with a little bit of a difficulty, then Alternate Fantasy is the one. Now, a mod that will support that, if you just want it, is the Tantalus mod. This allows you to have the Tantalus boys in your party, so now you're having quite the crew. You've got Beatrix, you're going to have Blank, Marcus, and Sinner, and not only that, these characters have their own set of abilities, they also have their own ultimate weapon that they can get eventually in the game, and each character feels unique, with Blank being more of the attacker, Marcus being a more level-headed member with his skills, much akin to how Steiner works with breaking through enemies. And then Sinner is all about scanning the enemy for weaknesses and scanning for treasures and putting that in tandem with the Alternate Fantasy mod. And if you don't want the steal rates and everything like that, you can have a good time exploring these new enemies with a new perspective with the Tantalus boys. Now, I've talked about gameplay mods, but you're probably looking visually. Why does this look so damn good? And this is because of the star of the show. This is the must-have. This should have been first on the list, but I got too excited when looking at the gameplay mods here for Final Fantasy IX. But you want the Moguri mod. Like, hands down, this is the must-have for Final Fantasy IX on PC to make it feel like a fresh experience. Even if you don't have these gameplay mods, this is the one you want, because this is a rework of Final Fantasy IX's visuals, helped by AI and polished with love. So essentially they've gone back into the images and worked them out a little bit, especially those pre-rendered backgrounds that have a pre-rendered background in front of the character. So like if there's some blades of grass or something like that, it's all ironed out so it looks nice and smooth. They've been redrawn to perfection here. The FMVs have been improved to merge with these backgrounds. HD place names and using the original fonts from Final Fantasy IX, so when you visit a location for the first time, it looks glorious. Now, like the Alternate Fantasy where we added on the Tantalus mod, with the Moguri mod, there's another mod we can add on here for the FMVs, bringing them up to 30 frames per second, which all in all makes this look visually pleasing and makes a lot of people think, well, if we've got this, we don't need the FF9 remake. And to a certain degree, I actually agree, because this is fantastic. Now, they're the meaty mods that you want to have. Alternate Fantasy combined with the Tantalus mod, combined with Moguri mod and the FMVs is a very good experience. But let's just plus a couple of more things on. Now, if you picked Triple Triad as an option in the Memoria install launcher, then you want to probably have the Triple Triad mod, which changes the background to look like Triple Triad, as well as having the shuffle and boogie theme. Always nice to have, and it brings everything full circle. And the last one I'm going to throw in here, because I want to keep it short and sweet, this is going to make the experience just feel seamless and amazing, is the MOG add-ons pack. So we get to do a lot of things, from configuring what button prompts are shown, whether it's a PS5 controller we're using, an Xbox controller, even a SNES controller. We can change the portraits to have the portraits as normal as they were vanilla, or we can use the Dissidia Opera Omnia portraits, which is kind of fits the aesthetic of Final Fantasy IX. We can change the dialogue box to look darker, or we can keep it vanilla, or we can make it look like the Pixel Remaster. We can change the title screen. We can change the world map visuals. Then there's just a mad amount of gameplay changes, but I think that you should leave these alone. But for those that might be interested, you can tweak the AP gain, you can tweak the EXP gain, you can tweak the gil, you can tweak how many items you get at the end of battle. So if they drop 1 potion, this will default it to be 2, and if it's a rare item, you're going to be getting 2 of each item. There is also challenge mods, so for those that want to do a level 1 run, it's all here, and you can enhance some of the characters' abilities as well. I don't know if this meshes very well with alternate fantasy. I'm going to leave this all alone when it comes to these gameplay mods, but it's there for those that want it. And all in all, that is everything. This is going to give you a really good, fresh, different take on Final Fantasy IX with the opportunity to have the Tantalus boys and, of course, the glorious Beatrix after a certain point of the story. It's a fresh take, and it's one I highly recommend. I know this is something that we've done, but I really want to give these mods the attention and get the word out there more and more. If there are more things you want to talk about, or if you want to know something, let me know in the comment section down below. If there is a certain mod that you're rocking and you're thinking, well, Jen didn't mention this, so I'm going to throw a comment down below. Please do. The modding scene for the classic Final Fantasies are incredible. We've been covering them on the channel, and it has been absolutely great to revisit these and see what they all offer, thanks to incredible people. But again, if you want all of this to happen, you need Final Fantasy IX on Steam, and I've got you covered down below with Final Fantasy IX. Again, all the links are down below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.